Where are we at?
Inventing room.
So as you can see, it looks like boiling water. It looks like there's a heat source under here, but there's not. It's such a cold liquid, it's turning from a liquid back into a gas again. So one really cool thing I can do is if I put this under pressure and release it, I can make my own cloud. Another interesting thing is when the nitrogen gas comes out of it, it goes down, and that's because it's heavier than the air that we breathe. If we had smoke in this room and we had a fire, the smoke would go up because it's lighter than the air that we breathe. There are 3 liquids colder than liquid nitrogen. That's liquid hydrogen, liquid neon, and liquid helium. Liquid oxygen, which is a little bit warmer than this, that's what they used to explode the SpaceX rocket a couple weeks ago. So they super compress the oxygen and they put it in the rocket with hydrogen and then they light it on fire, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm gonna put a little bit of nitrogen in my bowl here.
Wow.
And now we're going to talk about a few things I like to do here in the shop. So we like to super chill molds with nitrogen. So I've got some old molds sitting over here on this shelf, and there's one right over here, this egg mold. So that's what they used to use back in the 1800s, 1900s to make like chocolate eggs and stuff like that. You don't see a lot of them because they melted them down for World War II. So when I see them, I like to buy them up and repurpose them. So I have a peach right here. So what we would do is we put this whole thing in liquid nitrogen to get it really cold. And then we put a Colorado peach mousse on each side with some diced Colorado peaches. We close this up, we put this whole thing in liquid nitrogen, and out comes this peach. So we serve that with edible flowers and Merlot caviar and some exploding whipped cream.
Exploding whipped cream.
The next thing we like to do is set textures. So this is our spaghetti and meatballs. So we'll make vanilla ice cream and put it in a ricer and squeeze out these vanilla noodles. We'll set it with a little bit of liquid nitrogen. We top that with wild berry sauce and s'mores chocolate meatballs. And then on the other side is the upside down. So this is our Stranger Things dessert. We have a charcoal cookie. We put some melted chocolate, and then we'll take some blackberry ice cream and stick it to that chocolate. I put it in liquid nitrogen to freeze it, so when I put it on the cup, it just hangs there upside down. So you have to knock through it with a spoon and mix it with the coffee jelly in the bottom. It's a pretty fun presentation. Another thing we like to do is balloon spheres. So we'll put orange juice and carbon dioxide into a balloon and we'll roll it in liquid nitrogen. It freezes it on the outside and it's totally hollow in the middle. So we fill that with Banana Foster's mousse and some frozen caramel powder. And then the last thing is the world's coldest beer. So if you take a tempered pint glass and fill it with liquid nitrogen, you can get the glass super cold. So we take a beer and slowly pour it in there and it creates like a beer slushy. It's pretty cool. I've done it with root beer too, which is pretty fun. All right, so we're gonna try some stuff now. First thing we're gonna try is some Cheetos.
Wow.
So Cheetos are actually the perfect structure to demonstrate why we use liquid nitrogen in food. Cheetos are over 80% air, so the gas is gonna get trapped inside, and it's not gonna get released till it hits something warm, and that's you guys today. We have a rule with the Cheetos. You cannot put a whole Cheeto in your mouth. It's really, really cold. So you just want to take super small bites of them, okay?
Okay.
They'll be nice and cold for about a minute and a half, and then they go back to being boring old Cheetos again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, Coco.
Oh my gosh, that's cold.
Super, super small bites.
Did you try yours, Hannah?
Sticking to my tongue. I don't want mine.
Okay.
That's super cool. How is it?
Citric acid.
Oh, it's coming out. I'm excited. You can try that.
No, not all. Just take a bite.
You take a little bite, you can put the whole thing in your mouth.
Oh,
Cold.
Here's the Skittles.
Babu, what do you think?
Amazing.
You want Skittles? Here.
Take another bite on your face.
All right, so for the baklava, we have a honey whipped cream, and in here I have phyllo. And you guys like that Skittles?
Yes, very good. That's super good. You like it? Let's go back.
Hey, Babu, what do you have?
Glow in the dark cotton candy.
Oh my goodness. What do you think, Coco? Have you tried it yet?
It's good.
Audrey Grace, what do you think?
It's cool. It's good.
Oh, wow.
I like sparkling one.
Hannah, what do you think?
It's really good. Why are you taking so much pictures? Whoa, that's it. Yeah. Can it make my tongue glow in the dark?
I know, let's see. Take a bite.
I just take a bite of that.
No.
Darn it.
So we talked about freezing something really quickly with liquid nitrogen and producing a small ice crystal. So this is actually scientifically the best way to make ice cream. Something else that's crazy about our store here is we don't have a freezer. Ice cream store with no freezer. So we got to make all the ice cream to order. So we got a good start going here
Oh.
already. All right, now I'm going to get in here and get a giant scoop of marshmallow. I'm going to toast this up.
Audrey, did you tell him to do that?
All right, and I got some chocolate cocoa Rice Krispies for texture. We're going to mix that up a little bit. Just to add a little bit more nitrogen to freeze this up. All right, next step, I have a big bowl of Oreo right here. So the way we make our marshmallow is we put egg whites into a mixer, and then we cook sugar and corn syrup to 220 degrees, and we pour it over that mixture, and we whip it until it's cold and the marshmallow forms. All right, I got a super serious question for everybody. Is everybody okay with sprinkles?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Lucy, do you want sprinkles?
Yes.
Hannah?
That's the most serious
Sprinkles?
question you'll have
Yeah.
to answer all day. All right, next is the thing we call cloud whipped cream. All right, we talked about magic chocolate earlier. So I'm going to take some of this chocolate and wave it in my bowl.
That's so cool.
So I'm going to give you guys your sundaes. And I'm going to have you go back to your table. And then I'll bring some napkins out for you.
Well, we don't know which is on